Byron is a great big bulldozer. He loves to take on the big jobs and push things around. He pushes gravel, sand, and earth. But sometimes Byron can be very self-conscious. He sometimes felt his talents went unnoticed by the others. This makes him feel left out. Early the next morning, the machines struggled to wake themselves up. Byron trundled in. "Rise and shine, everyone," he boomed. "Where's Miss Jenny? She's supposed to be giving us the orders." "Settle down, Byron," soothed Oliver. "Here she comes now." And he was right. Miss Jenny walked up. "Good morning, everyone," she said sweetly. "I have bad news, I'm afraid. Kelly has lost a wheel and has to go to the fitter's yard for repairs. You all have to work extra hard to lay foundations for the new aquarium at Brendam." And with that, Miss Jenny walked to her office. This gave Byron an idea. Wait a minute. If Kelly's gone, that means I could be in charge. Then everyone will see how grand I am. Jack and Alfie beamed. "Byron's in charge," they said to each other. "How exciting!" Later at the aquarium, Jack and Alfie were digging out the foundations. They were loading rubble into Max to take away to the tipping point. "Hurry up, Pipsqueak," grunted Max. "I haven't got all day, you know." "Oh, it won't be all day," replied Jack innocently. "A couple hours, maybe." Byron bustled in. "You two," he demanded. "You two need to dig faster." "But we've already dug as fast as we could," replied Alfie. "And besides, Max is already loaded and ready to go," whizzed Jack. "As if I got nothing better to do." Byron was pleased. He was glad he was in charge. The machines were soon carefully hard at work. Oliver was carefully digging trenches. They would add some space when the aquarium was finally built. The workmen carefully guided Patrick and told him where to pour his concrete. Looking good. Byron was beginning to grow impatient. There must be some more bossing I could do. He looked all around. Then, suddenly, he saw Max. He was tipping the gravel at the wrong hill. "Excuse me, youngsters," called Patrick. "The foreman had asked me to do another job. Would you mind lending a bucket for a minute or two?" "Oh, yes, we'd love to," exclaimed Jack. "We're not busy at the moment." "Splendid." "Are you sure about this, Jack?" asked Alfie, concerned. "The foundation's nearly completed, and Byron will be back in a minute." "I'm sure we'll get this job over and done with soon. Besides, anything's better to get away from bossy old Byron." "Max!" grunted Byron. "I said to tip the gravel over that side. What do you have to say for yourself?" Max faltered. "Well, it's not my problem. The foreman asked me to move it right here." "Yeah, well, next time ask me before you can lollygag. Now move the gravel on that side. That's an order." And he strolled away. "I'll give him gravel," Max grunted. "Where are Jack and Alfie?" Byron inquired. "They were supposed to be laying the foundations." "Oh, that is the last straw. Jack? Alfie! What are you two doing here? You're supposed to be laying the foundations.
Sorry, Byron, faltered Alfie. My fault, stammered Patrick. I had asked him to help for a while. Byron had had enough.
Whenever I ask you to do something, you're supposed to do it as I say.
But why do we have to do as you say? Asked Jack.
Because I'm in charge.
Miss Jenny's in charge too, said Alfie, but she never bosses us around like that. How about you go and do your work somewhere else? Yelled Jack.
We don't like you.
Byron was frozen. Then he turned away.
Calm now, lads, soothed Patrick. May you reconsider your actions. Byron may be grouchy, but he is the strongest bulldozer on the island. Maybe he feels neglected.
Jack and Alfie reconsidered. We have to find Byron, they said together. They searched all around the site, but they couldn't find the bulldozer anywhere. Jack and Alfie were starting to worry. Way deep in the forest, Byron scrunched himself in, trying to get away from the others. He felt miserable.
I don't like being in charge anymore,
he grunted.
Nobody likes me anymore.
Then he stopped.
Wait, no, I can't abandon my crew. I'm Miss Jenny's only bulldozer. They may not like me, but they still need me.
Suddenly, Byron began to feel himself sinking. He looked below and gasped with horror. He had found himself stuck in a muddy marsh of water. He attempted to reverse, but his caterpillar tracks were stuck deep in the mud. And soon Byron found himself sinking even more.
Help! Help!
But there was no one there to hear him. When Jack and Alfie approached the forest, they noticed a trail of caterpillar tracks, way deep in the mud. Byron must be in there, thought Jack, as they raced through the forest. They searched high and low, in and out the forest, hoping to find the poor old bulldozer. Suddenly, Alfie noticed a strange object with seagulls laying comfortably on it. Is that an island? Asked Jack. I don't remember an island being near a forest. Then a horn blasted, taking the seagulls by surprise. As Alfie looked closer, he could just make out the shape of a familiar bulldozer. Is that Byron? What is he doing there? We must help him at once. It's freezing. Byron, are you all right?
I am now, seeing that you two have come to my rescue.
Don't worry, I'll get Oliver to help us, called Jack. Hang in there, Byron. We'll have you out in a couple of twists and turns. It wasn't easy, but at last, Byron was free from the muddy river. The machines were very proud. Thank you, everyone. Then Byron looked down. I'm sorry for everything I put you in through when I was in charge. I just wanted to be in charge because I wanted to know if I really do belong in the pack. But we think you're a mighty great big bulldozer, said Jack proudly. Without you, who wouldn't be pushing rubble or leveling the sites? Asked Alfie. Even if you were a bossy blade, chuckled Jack, you can still be in charge if you ask nicely. So, if I ask nicely, can I still be in charge? Oliver smiled. Of course you can. That's how Kelly acts all the time when he's in charge. Byron smiled his biggest smile ever. The next day, Byron came back to work, but this time he didn't shout or boss at anyone. This time, he asked everyone nicely. All the machines were impressed. They were thrilled to work with such a nice bulldozer. Well done, everybody. Just then, Kelly came back from the fitter's yard. Kelly! Cried the machines. We're glad to have you back. Byron was the most pleased to see Kelly. So, how'd you like being in charge for once? Laughed Kelly. It was interesting, admitted Byron. But you can be in charge from now on. I don't really like asking nicely. Let's just keep this between us, alright?